So, Mr. Olive, what do you have going on today that you feel like you need some help with?
Excuse me. Well, I've had a lot of change happening in my life, and I've been struggling a lot with anxiety. Um, so much so that like I've been getting like headaches and just been really tired. And sometimes I even get like a paralyzed feeling because I'm just so like stressed because of the the decision making process. It's like I'm just scared. I hate to use the word scared, but I'm afraid that, I'll make the wrong decision and regret it. And, I mean, sometimes it gets to where my mind's a mess, and I can't think of anything else but just the decision that I'm trying to make.
So, what makes you so stressed to make those decisions?
Well, I don't want to, I guess I'm afraid I'll make the wrong decision and I then regret it. And then I don't want to cause my family harm or, well, I don't want to disappoint my family and us financially, having harm from it.
So, you said that you had a lot of changes happening in your life. What are some of those changes?
Well, we recently moved. We moved to a whole different city. So I left our job, left the church, and the job that I first got here was a lot less money. So ultimately, just the change with the new house, all having to try to rebudget and doing it, with a lot less money, it just made it tough. And but it wasn't. I wasn't really liking that job. It wasn't that I didn't like it. It was just there was a lot of uncertainty there, and so that decision came, and we ultimately made the decision to change jobs, which I found another job before I left, but still, it's just a matter of the money, and then this house we bought, we had to put a roof on because insurance wasn't going to cover it because we had to have a roof, and then the floors were all messed up, so we had to replace the floor. Still trim to be done. We don't have near the storage as we had at the old house, so we've rented a storage building, which is another bill, but now that bill has went up like 25%. So I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of changes, and even some of them that I can't even control. But the ones that I can control, I'm scared to make the wrong decision, and I know my family is depending on me to make those decisions. So.
I agree. That's a lot of change. But let me ask you this. Has any of those decisions that you've made so far, have they been catastrophic? Like so much so that you haven't been able to recover or repair them?
No, I don't. No, not really. I mean, it's we've made some good decisions, and at least what we thought were good at the time, So even if it didn't work out, like that first job, I mean, even though it didn't work out, I mean, we never done without, and I was able to find another job, of course, like I said, before I even changed jobs. So it worked out.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that you said we have made some good decisions. Does that mean that more than you are making the decision?
Oh yeah, of course. My wife, I always include her and my boys. So what they think about it, well, not only does my decisions affect us, but what they feel, their input helps affect my decision.
So when you ask your wife and sons what they think and they tell you, if that decision that you make together, if it works out, do you alone take the credit or do you say that you all made the right decision?
No, I think it's definitely all of us. I feel like we all take ownership of it. And because, I mean, we do it as a family. I mean, we're a family unit. So, I mean, in this life, I mean, this is what we do. We do it together. So.
That's good. Okay, well, let's look at it a different way. If you ask your wife and sons what they thought about a decision, and you all chose together to make that decision and it didn't work out, would you be angry and disappointed in them for their choice?
No, of course not. I mean, I love my family, but I don't ever want to be mad or angry with them. Mm-hmm. I believe my wife and sons, they're all of them, all three of them are very smart, and I lean on them for my decisions. And we all together made the decision, and we thought it was the right decision at the time. I mean, so if it didn't work out, we just figured it out. I mean, we do different.
Okay. Okay. So now thinking about your decisions that you still need to make. Who is it that is really putting that pressure on you that's causing you to be so stressed that it's affecting you physically?
Um, well, I mean,
Do you really think that your family would be angry and disappointed in you if you all are making the decisions together? Or do you think that they would be supportive like you are with them?
no, I think that, well, I mean, I know they would love me anyway, but I feel like they would be supportive. I don't think they'd be mad or angry about it. And, no, I don't, I mean, I don't think they'd be disappointed, especially with, us doing it.
Okay. So I want you to think of another time in your history, in your marriage, in your life, where you or you and your family as a whole have ever made a decision that was. Have you ever made a decision that was so catastrophic that you were never able to recover from?
Catastrophic?
Yeah.
No, I can't even remember one. Nothing that was unsurmountable anyway.
Mm-hmm. So why do you think that's a possibility with the decisions that you're gonna make? Why are you putting that pressure on you that if you make a mistake that you're just gonna cause your family harm and they're gonna be disappointed and angry?
Well, I really don't know because now that we're like talking about it, I mean, when we're talking it out like this, I see that, I'm thinking about it different. So it looks or it feels like maybe it's me putting the pressure on me, not so much my family putting the pressure on me, but, and again, I feel like, I'm stressed about it because I mean, it is what it is, but ultimately, I mean, I do understand after time, it's all going to work out. It's going to be fine.
I believe that your irrational thoughts of the what ifs, of making important decisions, has caused you to think catastrophically, like, if I make this decision wrong, it's just going to ruin us and all that. And I think that you're now realizing that it will work out fine, even if it's not the right decision, you can still figure it out, and you can figure it out together. I also, your history has proven that, right? Your
Right.
marriage history,
Right.
your life history.
Oh, yeah.
You also have a supportive family that will help you to make those important decisions so that you don't have that burden on your own. You don't
Right.
have to feel like you're the sole responsible one in your family. So I'm going to give you some homework today that's going to help you. Well, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go home and I want you to have a family meeting. All of your family, whether it's at the dinner table or however you want to do it. This would be a good practice for you to do maybe on a weekly basis, and especially when there's some big decisions to come up. So just sit down and just discuss it and let them know. Say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm concerned about. I'd like your input on this. We need to make this decision together since it affects us all. And just talk it out and listen. And I guarantee you that would help you to take that where you're holding it in and you're causing it to ruminate in your mind and causing that stress. It would release because you're letting it out and you're letting other people help you make that decision.
Right.
The second thing I want you to do, we're going to work on something here and then you're going to take it home. I have some cards here,
Okay.
and on the front we're going to write down those irrational thoughts that you've been having that's been causing the stress, such as, I must make the right decisions or my family's going to be disappointed in me. And then on the back side of the paper, we're going to come up with some new statements that can replace that thought that you had, so that when you have those moments where you're feeling that paralyzed fear, when you're having those stress headaches and those times that you just feel exhausted, you can take out those papers and you can remember those statements that you replaced it with. So can you think of one right now that will replace that?
Well, let's see. We've actually got a big decision to make right now. I mean, there's something we do. So, but I know my family will support me in making the decision.
So on the back here, we can write, we have big decisions to make, but my family will support me.
Yeah.
And that way, when you have those thoughts, those destructive thoughts that get you so distracted of, my family's not going to love me, you turn that over and you say, no, this is the truth. This is reality. Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Olive. I think you're on a good track, and I think you're going to do really well.
I appreciate it.
God bless.
God bless you.